The trailer for episode 112 of Soul Land 2, Unrivaled Tang Sect, has finally been released, and the tension has reached a boiling point. Huo Yuhao arrives at Shrek City just as the fierce counterattack from the beast god, Tian, is underway. With all eyes on the battlefield, an unexpected turn of events unfolds. Huo Yuhao steps forward and threatens to take his own life, forcing the beast god to make a critical decision. This single act brings an end to the devastating Beast Tide War. But the price? Huo Yuhao becomes a hostage of the beast god and enters the Star Dou Great Forest to begin a bold and unprecedented soul experiment. Let's break down what really happened. Huo Yuhao's arrival coincided with a perilous moment. Tian, the beast god, had just escaped the joint seal cast by Elder Mu and Elder Xuan. Upon his release, he saw the battlefield's condition. Red King, the king of 10,000 monsters, and Zhongjun were all being held back by human soul masters. Reinforcements from the body sect had arrived, led by Du Bussy himself. The situation for the soul beast was rapidly deteriorating. Seeing this, Tian ignited his own life source, determined to break through Shrek City alone and wipe out every human present. At that time, no one, neither Du Bussy nor Elder Xuan, could stand against him. The threat was overwhelming. But it was then that Huo Yuhao, though vastly weaker than Tian, courageously stepped forward. He couldn't match Tian in strength, but what he lacked in power, he made up for in leverage. He revealed that he was the chosen vessel of the three-eyed golden lion's sacrifice. He now carried the origin power of the auspicious beast, which made him spiritually linked with every soul beast in the Star Dou Great Forest. In essence, he had become the new symbolic heart of the soul beast race. Huo Yuhao's threat was simple. If he died, the blessing once offered by the three-eyed golden lion would vanish, severing the spiritual link that united the soul beasts. Their last hope would be lost. This gave Tian pause, but it wasn't enough. Though Huo Yuhao's death would be devastating, Tian's rage ran far deeper than the grief over the auspicious beast's loss. His war wasn't just about vengeance, it was about survival. Tian's true motive for launching the beast tide was rooted in desperation. The relentless expansion of the human race had drastically reduced the habitat of soul beasts. If left unchecked, the soul beasts faced certain extinction. Tian was fighting not just for justice, but for the future of his entire race. And Huo Yuhao understood this too. He summoned the Snow Empress, one of the 10 great savage beasts, to confront Tian. Her sudden appearance stunned Tian. Through her, Yuhao explained everything: his bond with her, the deeper connection between humans and soul beasts, and most importantly, the concept of soul spirits. Soul spirits offered a revolutionary path forward, one where soul masters and soul beasts could coexist, not as enemies, but as partners. Through this system, soul beasts would no longer be hunted to extinction for their spirit rings. Instead, they could coexist with humans, preserve their essence, and pass on their powers without dying. This idea finally moved Tian. The possibility of a peaceful future, one where the war would no longer be necessary, made him stop the beast tide. But Tian remained skeptical. Good intentions weren't enough. He needed proof. So although the war had ended, Huo Yuhao became Tian's hostage, not as a prisoner of war, but as a subject of trust and experimentation. Tian brought Huo Yuhao into the Star Dou Great Forest, not to imprison him, but to test the viability of soul spirits in a controlled setting. Yuhao agreed, understanding the gravity of the task. He knew that a successful experiment would be the only way to earn the complete trust of the soul beasts, and ultimately secure a peaceful future between both races. Before leaving, he informed Elder Xuan and the others. He requested that they prepare a group of human soul masters who were willing to take part in the soul experiment. Once everything was ready, they would rendezvous at the core of the Star Dou Great Forest. And so, Huo Yuhao journeyed alongside Tian to the very heart of the forest, the fountain of life. There he would wait patiently, surrounded by the ancient energy of the sacred land, preparing for the next step in the evolution of soul cultivation. Soon after, Elder Xuan and his team arrived. They brought with them 100 soul masters, all ready to serve as test subjects in this historic trial. Tian, in turn, summoned a selection of soul beasts, those who were critically injured or nearing the end of their natural lifespans. Everything was ready. The human and soul beast test groups stood facing one another, and under Huo Yuhao's direction, the soul spirit experiment began. But even within this hopeful moment, tension simmered. A tyrant soul beast attempted to sabotage the trial for its own selfish gain, perhaps seeing this new cooperation as a threat to its power. However, Tian acted swiftly and decisively. He personally punished the traitor, reaffirming his commitment to the success of the experiment and the possibility of a new future. And now all eyes turn to Huo Yuhao. Will the soul experiment succeed? Can the era of conflict finally give way to an age of harmony between soul beasts and humans? The answers await in the next episode. And that brings us to the end of this episode's deep dive into Soul Land 2, Unrivaled Tang Sect. Huo Yuhao's decision to risk everything, his life, his freedom, and his future, might just become the turning point in the long-standing conflict between soul beasts and humans. With the soul experiment now underway, a fragile hope has begun to bloom in the heart of the Star Dou Great Forest. Will this hope survive, or will old wounds and deep grudges resurface? We'll have to wait and see. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated with every major turning point in Soul Land 2, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.